All right, everybody wants to know how to improve their video quality. I mean, don't you want to know that?
Well, I'm part of everyone.
Okay,
So clearly I must.
everybody.
It's a fairly general statement, but we're going to talk about how to make your videos higher quality, how to improve, tweak.
I know how to do it, so why don't I tell you?
Stick around.
Okay, so the temptation to make your videos higher quality is to buy more expensive equipment.
What language was that lady singing in right there, though, by the way? That voice in there, it's some kind of...
I can't place the song, so I...
Yeah, it's just bizarre. Sorry, I just sometimes, we sit here and we watch that with you and we're like, that's really got a catchy beat.
Oh, you're talking about the video
Yeah,
logo. I had no
logo
idea what
just
you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, we just watched it. All right, but anyway, it's the illusion.
It was digitized.
The illusion that we've watched it. Oh, is it a digital voice?
Well, put over, yeah.
All right, you thought this was going to be a short one, and now I'm making it long.
I know, we're already like a minute into this thing.
Sorry.
Okay, now we're going to get to the meat, the exciting part that you've all been waiting for. What's the topic of the video?
Improving video
We
quality.
talked about expensive equipment. Now, if we buy expensive equipment, I just spent $5,000 on new lighting equipment. Is that going to make my videos better?
Yes, in some ways.
That's why I bought it, because
Yeah,
I have
hope
a
so.
specific intention of how I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
But if a person watching this video has been filming their YouTube videos on their iPhone, somebody sent me a message. If somebody's been filming YouTube videos on their iPhone, and then they go and they buy a DSLR with a wide aperture lens,
Quality?
is that gonna improve their quality?
Yes.
I'm gonna say maybe, actually.
Well, it depends on the quality that you're asking about. You're talking about like physical quality of the final product, or are you talking about?
I'm talking production quality.
Production quality.
I am talking production quality.
Well, those iPhones do have some mighty good chips in them.
Yeah. So let me tell you why my answer is maybe. Because you think, well, yeah, you can get a better quality, but
I think you can.
it depends on what type of video you're filming.
Oh well, now you're just splitting hairs.
And it's not splitting hairs.
But I mean, you're putting out qualifiers. You just asked, is it going to be better? And I'm saying yes, because you have depth of field with those lenses. Mm-hmm. It just looks better.
Okay. So I filmed professional videos, meaning people paid me for the videos I was filming, not with this phone, but with the 2 years or 2 generations previous.
4.
The iPhone 4S. It had an HD camera. Yeah. People hired me to film professional videos with that camera. I had the lights, the teleprompter, the white backdrop, filming with that phone, and it was great. Now, I did not have a need to spend the big bucks. This is a $1,200 body. This lens is $400. The lens on that camera that you're seeing us in is a $1,500 lens. We don't need to spend that money if you don't have a reason. For filming videos with a bright white background that I was filming at the time, it would not have changed the quality of the video noticeably enough to make a difference for that investment. But then it came to a point where I wanted to blur the background. So, I mean, watch this. If I come closer, see how Scott's, it's focused. Focus on me. There you go. Now it's found my face. Okay, so now see how Scott's blurry back there? Okay, and then the background behind us is blurred, right? That's because we've got a higher end lens, and right. To be able to, I wanted to be able to blur the background, and you can't do that in video so well on these type phones. You can if you're like really close, but
and I think that's better quality.
Definitely. So, kind of the moral of the story, or my point, is what do you mean by quality? Like, Are you saying I want to be able to blur my videos? Well, then, yeah, you're going to need better equipment, and that will improve the quality of your videos. But if you're thinking, you know what, I want to have better lighting, so I'm going to buy a better camera that can have better lighting. It's like, no, you just need to stand in front of a window. That will improve the quality of your video more than the camera, because the lighting was the problem. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, I agree. Well, I think what you're saying is it just depends on your needs, but it also depends on your pocketbook. Mm-hmm. I mean, truly, if you're just getting started, there may not be a mitigating force behind I must have a $5,000 light kit and I must have a $1,500 lens with a $1,500 body. You can work with what you have until you get to a point where you go, no, this is a risk, a financial liability, so to speak, that I'm willing to take upon me, because it is, like, first of all, it's a capital expenditure. You can write it off, and you're making better videos.
So I just thought of a story that's going to switch gears, but I think you guys are going to really like this story. Do you guys know Grant Thompson, the king of random?
Heard the name.
Totally cool guy, amazing channel. You got to check it out.
Like, I think I've seen it
it's
before.
family friendly.
Yeah.
He blows things up, makes rockets, makes arc welders out of microwaves. It's pretty cool. Okay, so he told this story of a little over a year ago. He was getting burned out because he was putting so much time into each of his videos. And we're talking, he would prototype things and spend hours and hours and hours making something, prototyping it before even filming, doing tons of hours of filming, then all the editing.
Yeah.
Okay, he was getting burnt out. He decided to quit temporarily. It ended up being temporary, but at the time it's like, I'm going to quit. In his frustration, this is an amazing story that he told. One of his commenters had said, you are so dangerous with liquid nitrogen. What if that splashed in your face and melted your eyes, or whatever, some comment like that. And he's like, he knows safety about liquid nitrogen. So he pulled out his phone and he made a quick video, just a selfie video on the phone like this. He had a cup of liquid nitrogen. He says, all right, I'm going to show you what would happen if you throw liquid nitrogen in your face. It is totally safe for me to handle this stuff because I know what I'm doing. And he was totally fine. It bounced off his face. It didn't hurt anything. And then he just uploaded that video to his channel. He didn't edit it or anything else. That video got millions and millions of views, when his other videos would get hundreds of thousands or sometimes millions. And he was just like, what in the heck? This video performs so well. So that's like performance quality. If you're saying, how do I make my videos better quality? If you're talking performance, do you need to buy expensive equipment for your video to perform better? It could help, but not necessarily.
Right,
in Grant's case, it was the content. That video was like something that people really wanted to watch, and it didn't matter if it was filmed on a phone, a DSLR, or on a Red camera, or a Hollywood, whatever.
So let's talk specifically, though, about ways that we can improve that level of quality, if our content's up to snuff, right?
So here's the questions that you should consider. Like, when you say quality, do you want to have smoother video? If smoother video will improve the quality, if you really need that, then maybe you need to invest in a glide cam, or the last two series of GoPros have better image stabilization. So instead of going with the GoPro 3 or 4, go with the 5 or is it the 6 or the 7? I don't know. I think I just got the 6, so the 7 just barely came out just last week.
Well, they have the 8.
Is it the 8?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. You'd know.
I should know. I've got it in my bag over there, the second to newest one. Okay. Are you going to be using slow motion? Like this camera, no, not, okay, this one, the fastest it can film is 30 frames per second, but the one that you're watching us on can film at 60 frames per second, which means I can cut the speed in half and it will be smooth as butter, slow motion, okay? But do you need to invest in that if you're not going to use it? Like, are you going to be using slow motion?
Right.
That's the thing.
Like sitting here, we don't need.
Team, it's not, we're not filming at 60 frames a second, so we can't really slow it down and have it be smooth as butter. But, all right, 4K. Do you need to buy a 4K video? We've hashed about this in a few other videos that I say, no, don't waste your money or don't waste the space on 4K video. You might hear a lot of people telling you, you got to go 4K. 4K is the future. 4K will future-proof your business. I think it's a bunch of baloney. In my business and for my line of work, you're just over there. I'm going to let you say your things.
You're good.
Find out why. Why is 4K going to improve your business? People are watching your videos on their phone. They're not watching in 4K. Anyway, I'm going to... Blurred background. Do you need a blurred background like our amazing backgrounds are? That was a yes for me. That was the biggest reason why, because I did not know how to use a DSLR. All these things, I film in manual mode, so I have to learn shutter speed. I have to learn like ISO, which is sensitivity. I have to learn white balance, and I had to learn all that because I wanted to blur, and that was how I improved the quality of my videos. So is that something that's important to you? Now, drone shots. So many people over the years have said, ooh, do you have a drone? And I've only until recently started vlogging. Without vlogging, what do I need a drone for? If I had a drone, would it improve the quality of my videos? Maybe if we had a drone up there, it could.
Well, not inside stuff.
Most of my videos are inside. That's what I'm saying. Like I would film speaker videos, and maybe in the, I don't know, I'd get in trouble with the arena or the hotel.
Oh, flying one in the ballroom there.
Yeah. So You know,
I would love that as a speaker to have
it would be
drone
pretty
shot
cool
inside of a ballroom.
You know, have you seen those boom arm cameras that are in the big?
Oh, sure,
stick?
yeah.
Okay.
The jib arm, yeah.
But yeah, in my case, would a drone improve the quality of my videos? No, because it would really just be a play toy that wouldn't even make it in my actual videos that make me a living. But now that I've started vlogging, I've considered it. Okay, maybe now is the time to vlog. You know how I like to film 20 episodes in a day? You can't film 20 vlogs in a day, and I'm really struggling with.
True.
I'm really struggling with being consistent with vlogs. If you enjoy watching my vlogs, know that I enjoy making them, but they're not going to come as often as my other videos. Okay, better lighting. Will investing in better lighting improve the quality of my videos? That's typically a yes.
I think so.
I talk about windows a lot because you already have windows, but what if it's nighttime, right? We've got lights kind of aiming and reflecting off to help the lighting here. We put some cool blue lights.
It's daylight outside, but we're
us.
not anywhere near a window.
There's no windows in this room.
This is all artificial.
So we're using some cool lighting, and I just invested $5,000 into new lighting, and I'm hoping that it's going to improve the quality of my videos. I'm doing some cool things with it. I have some.
It's not
reasons.
set up yet.
Yeah, it hasn't arrived yet.
It's not this lighting.
It's coming next Monday.
It's coming.
Better audio.
Definitely.
Yes. Where's my other one?
That's a no-brainer and a non-issue. I mean, unless you're doing funny videos where fall down.
So if you're filming on your phone and it's this far away, you're going to have good quality audio.
Yeah.
Okay, but if even just going on arm's length, the audio drastically changes. And if it's on a tripod, on my camera, how far away is that? 8 feet?
7, 8 feet. Yeah.
So we've got a shotgun mic on top of the camera, but we're not using the audio from that. It's just so that we can mix it. Right here, I'm touching. I don't know if you can hear this. That's the mic that we're using the audio from, just so, because it really improves the quality of the video. You would notice a big difference if we weren't using that. In fact, team, can you please play the audio from that mic just for a second? Okay, now switch back to this one. That's the audio. All right, now, second camera. So I've got multiple cameras. I had a reason. There's no reason to have multiple cameras unless you have a reason. The reason was because I was putting on events where I had some people on stage and I was using one camera to film them, and I had people at the same time in another room being interviewed, and I needed 2 cameras for that. If you're going to do a 2-camera shoot that's more of an interview style and from different directions, but make sure you know why you're going to do it before you take that step and buy a second camera.
Yeah. And make sure you white balance them.
Okay, to wrap up this video, I want to reference another video that we filmed on the title, How to Shoot a Video That Doesn't Suck. Now, that's actually a title of a book, and we made a video to reference all the things that I've learned from that book and how they apply to YouTube. So you can go check out that book on Amazon or Audible, but click the link right up there so that you can watch that video as well, because what you'll learn there is actually like the video filming that you're doing that will drastically improve the quality of your videos. So hopefully you found this video helpful and the other ones that we've got here. Subscribe so you get all of those, and you can see my handsome face and Scott's face. I'm trying to insult you, and
it just bounces
I'm trying
off.
To jab, but he's not. He doesn't react.
I'm tired.
Okay. Well, we are on. This is video 18. We'll see you tomorrow.